What is a territorial dispute? Have you ever wondered what happens when two countries both want the same piece of land? That's where a territorial dispute comes into play. A territorial dispute occurs when two or more nations claim ownership over the same geographic area. This can lead to conflicting claims and tensions. These disputes can involve land, maritime zones, or even islands. They often arise due to unclear boundaries, historical claims, or valuable natural resources in the area. In the polar regions, these disputes can get particularly complicated. The Arctic and Antarctic regions have unique geography and specific international laws that govern them. Countries are drawn to these areas due to their strategic importance and potential resources. As ice melts, new navigable waters are opening up, making these regions even more appealing. One notable example of a territorial dispute in the polar regions is the Hans Island dispute between Canada and Denmark. Hans Island is a small, uninhabited island located in the Kennedy Channel. This channel separates Canada's Ellesmere Island from Greenland, which is an autonomous territory within Denmark. Both Canada and Denmark claim sovereignty over Hans Island, which lies roughly in the middle of the maritime boundary between the two. International law plays a significant role in these disputes. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea defines territorial seas, exclusive economic zones, and continental shelf rights. According to this convention, coastal states have rights over resources within 200 nautical miles of their shores. They can also claim an extended continental shelf if they provide geological evidence showing natural prolongation of their landmass. However, when territories or maritime zones overlap, disputes can arise over the exact boundary. In the case of Hans Island, a 1973 agreement between Canada and Denmark established a median line to define the continental shelf between Greenland and the Canadian Arctic Islands. However, this agreement did not resolve the status of Hans Island itself. Interestingly, the dispute has been friendly and low priority. It has even been humorously referred to as the Whiskey War. Both countries have symbolically planted flags and left bottles of whiskey on the island to assert their claims without escalating tensions. More broadly, territorial disputes in the polar regions often involve claims based on the sector principle. This principle allows countries with territory extending into the Arctic Circle to claim sovereignty over triangular sectors that reach the North Pole. However, many of these claims are currently frozen or unresolved. This is due to the international interest in maintaining peaceful cooperation in both the Arctic and Antarctic regions. In summary, a territorial dispute is a conflict over ownership of land or maritime areas. In the polar regions, these disputes are shaped by international law, geography, and the strategic importance of the territories involved. The Hans Island dispute serves as an example of how countries can manage overlapping sovereignty claims in a peaceful manner, even in sensitive polar environments.